All right, solo camping trip number 1. Here we go. I've got everything ready, everything packed. I've got a rifle in the back because apparently I'm going out to bear. So not only did I bring my 30-06, I brought bear spray. I've got Steven the alert dog in the back. You guys will see video of him. I'll make sure I got some of him in the seat or in the truck because right now, oh, there's his little head. You normally got his head outside the window enjoying all of the stuff. You're gonna have some drone footage. I'm gonna experiment a little bit and have some road footage. I'm gonna place cameras around. I got suction cups for all the cameras, so we're gonna experiment a little bit with that. But you're currently in store for quite some shit. And I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. And, you know, sub and like and comment and share and all that other shit. Peace out! What the hell is up? Welcome back to solo camping number 1. Today we're at what I was assuming was a lake and a cliff. I will not be falling down this cliff. I have parked far enough away from it. You don't have to worry about that, and I'll be sleeping in the rooftop tent. We are good. Now, what you are in store for in this video is a few things. One, we couldn't actually get to the lake that we were going for. I didn't really take much footage of that. I was stuck at barricade, and then I was stuck at a roadblock, and I just turned around and we found another spot. Still close by, but we won't be seeing Lisbon Lake. It's completely blocked off, not entirely sure why. So, that was the first thing. So instead, we are camping here overnight. Now there's one downside to this. There's a lot of bugs. There's a lot of bugs. Steven is eating them all. I have sprayed myself in bug spray. I don't know if you can coat a dog in bug spray, and I'm not willing to find out because we're a long ways away from a vet, so that's not happening. Thank you to High Country on 10th in Cranbrook. We're gonna do an MRE mystery trial food thing. I'm not entirely sure what to call it. So here's what happened. I went to High Country and I was like, hi, I'd like to speak to the manager, please. And he says, okay. And I said, I have a couple weird questions. And he says, are these the type of questions that a manager would want to answer? And I said, I don't know, you're gonna have to tell me. So he's like, all right, shoot. Turns out he was the manager. I said, I have an idea. I want to make a video about me camping overnight by myself, and I want to have 2 mystery MREs. I don't want to know what they are. So if you can just, you know, grab me 2 as a mystery, that would be freaking fantastic. And he says, sure. Come back with some paper bags and I'll get you sorted. So I went about my way. I did all my things for the rest of the day, and I came back and I had my 2 paper bags, and I was like, hello, Mr. Manager, because I didn't ask his name because I'm not the brightest person in the world. And he's like, hi. And I was like, all right, here's your paper bags. It is labeled dinner and breakfast. Please do not tell me what they are. So he's like, all right. So he takes off. He comes back. He hands me the bags. And I stand at the till. And I said, yeah, I just got to pay. And he's like, no, these are all me. I was like, I was going to pay, though. He's like, no. Just show me how the video turns out. Now, this is awesome. I want to say huge kudos to High Country for helping me make this video. You made this possible. But there's a downside now. I have to amp up the quality and make the best video I can possible. And I have to be as PG as possible because I don't know your audience. Now, Mr. Manager at High Country, I have quite the potty mouth. I'm going to try and tone it down in this video, and every time that I accidentally slip, I'm going to bleep it specifically for you. You have given me the pressure to improve my videos, and here we are. So, what I'm going to do now is I've actually got the camera set up. I don't have anything but a chair out. Steve has some water. He's laying on the ground. He's panting like crazy. I don't think he wants to be tied up. He wants to explore, but I'm not ready yet. I've got bear mace. I've got my rifle just in case a bear shows up. We're going to set up all of the camp. I'm going to have it recording, and maybe I'll put it in time-lapse, or maybe it'll be a second video. How about that? Okay, so I've already made a mistake. It being the cooking stove. The cooking stove was in that roof box. That roof box is currently being taken over by an awning. I'm too stubborn, so clearly I didn't take the awning down. I climbed up on the other side and got it out. So now I can start prepping to make dinner. I have no idea what time it is. It is currently 5:10. So we're going to start prepping to cook dinner, and he'll eat in about an hour. We'll eat at the same time. I have never used this fire starter before in my goddamn life. I've read the instructions, but I have no idea. The other thing I'm holding in my hand is my father's toiletries and hair, apparently, his hair. There's literally hair in this. I wish I was kidding. But he's like, hey, take this and let me know how this goes. And he pulled out one. And as I was leaving, he gave me the entire goddamn bag. So, here we are with this, and this, and this, and a pile of wood. So we're gonna give this a shot. Now, it says to scrape a bunch of magnesium into a pile, okay, and then put some of this shit around it, okay, and then twigs. So we're gonna, honestly, I can't keep dawdling. I gotta just start doing this. Okay, this is so weird, dude. All right, we're gonna grab that. We're just gonna close this up because apparently it's incredibly flammable. We're gonna take this toilet paper and we're just gonna, you know, thin it out slightly. We're gonna scrape some of this magnesium on because that's what the instructions said, and try not to cut myself on this horribly sharp knife that was $59. I'm cheap, okay? So. Oh my God, it caught. No shit. No shit. Okay. Now, when I told you I had absolutely no idea what was in these MRE'S, I wasn't joking at all. The MRE'S are currently in this tub right here in brown paper bags. Now, I see the one that says dinner, so this is gonna be the first reaction that I have to these things, and we're gonna see if he either was nice to me or not. See? Folded paper bag. Now, I wish I was the type of person that would be like, I actually know what they are, but I'm gonna pretend that I don't, and I'm gonna make a reaction. I can't do that. I always worry that the reaction that you get is not gonna be sincere in the slightest. It's gonna be a complete and utter lie. So that being said, I have put a pot of water on the stove because, again, I don't know what I have to do with this thing. This is all gonna be a shock. What if I didn't bring what I need? Anyways, here's the MRE. We're gonna reach inside the bag. I'm gonna look up in this direction. We're gonna pull that out, and you're gonna get to see what it is first. What does that say? Because I'm currently looking at a bush, making sure no bears are coming to eat me. I'm gonna put this in the back. He gave me, oh shit. I'm sorry, I said I wouldn't swear, and here I am saying, oh shit. This is chicken coconut curry by Peak Refuel. Now remember, I got this from High Country. There's a price tag on it. Don't worry about it, because now I feel somewhat guilty. So now I really have to step up my game. Thanks a lot. So anyways, let's see. What do we do with this? Okay, so ingredients, don't care. Open pouch at tear mark. Okay, I see that. Remove oxygen absorber. I can do that, definitely. This is definitely childproof. Carefully add 1 3/4 cups of boiling water. Well, here is where I'm screwed. I don't have a measuring cup. Guess we're guessing. All right, so we're gonna add 1 3/4 cups of water, 10.5 ounces. I should have just brought my scale. Stir well and zip pouch closed for 10 minutes. Let stand for 10 minutes. Open pouch. All right, so I'm gonna get this water boiling. We're gonna get this started. Steve's food is down here. We're gonna get that going. Maybe, just maybe, this coffee cup from Cranbrook Toyota. Again, I'm not sponsored by any of these people, but I have a Cranbrook Toyota mug. I'm wearing their hat. I'm driving their truck. I'm not sponsored by them. I just like Toyotas, okay? Sue me. Also, my fire needs to be fed, so I'm gonna go do that, and we're gonna get this started. I should not have looked at the meat, because, all right, at least it's the shovel and not the rifle. The meat in this is, well, yeah. That's the thing. Steve, I hope you're just looking at nothing, because you staring in that direction has me a little paranoid. Anyways, we're gonna take this, we're gonna roughly measure out 1.5 cups. I'm gonna grab my Toyota cup. Let's see, where is it? It's right here. We're gonna pretend. There's also stuff in the bottom of this. Now, a sane person would go into here and grab the paper towel out. I'm not one of those people. So this is freezing cold. We're gonna dump what I believe is 1.5 cups in this, 10.5 ounces. If it was grams, I would know what I'm doing, but I don't know. So we're gonna just dump. That looks like a cup. That looks like 1.3 cups. All right, so we still have a ton of water left over. I should not have boiled as much as I did. Also, you're gonna notice that occasionally I'm looking up here and then down here. I have a monitor up top so that I can make sure that I'm looking at the camera and, you know, I'm in frame. But occasionally I forget, and then I just wanna chug it myself. Anyways, we're gonna dump this 1.75 cups in here. There you go, she's in there. Whoa, it's boiling, man. All right, now it says, Do that to pouch, stir well, and zip pouch closed. I don't have a, oh, I do. I do have stirrers. They're plastic forks. See, I did it again. They're plastic forks. We're gonna grab one of these spoons. We're gonna stir this bad boy up like so. Look at that. We're stirring, we're stirring, we're stirring, we're stirring. Okay, there, she's stirred. I'm not gonna taste it yet. And we're gonna close this bad boy. Okay, there we go. See that? And just because I want to, shaken and stirred. There we go. All right, we got shaken and stirred. Now it says 10 minutes. Now, do I know what 10 minutes is? No. Am I gonna keep track of that? Probably not. Was this water boiling? Yes, it goddamn was. So that means that I'm basically just gonna kind of wait until I can touch it, and then when I know I can touch it, then I can eat it. So that's how we're gonna do it. I'll see you in 10 minutes. And then I'll plate myself up and give it the first taste test, and I'll be giving Steven his food as well. Okay, so first off, we got Steven's food. Look at how excited he is. Sit, little man. Stay. Stay. You go ahead, little buddy. So Steve's gonna get his food first. Now for mine. Everything gets in my beard, so I'm grabbing some paper towel. We're gonna take this mixture right here and we're gonna dump it into this bag. Holy sh! That actually looks really good. Oh my God. So for all of you fitness folk out there, what you're looking at here is 44 grams of protein. Oh, let me crouch down so I'm in frame. What you're looking at here is 44 grams of protein. You look at 950 grams of sodium. Look at 44 grams of fat and 65 grams of carbs. So in total, about 850 calories. Now this is actually what my dinners would usually be, but my protein content would be a little bit higher. So this actually isn't that terrible. This is actually pretty good considering, you know, all of this stuff. Now you do use a lot more fat when you're camping. My fat content doesn't usually go about 50 to 60 grams a day. I prioritize carbs and protein. But when you're camping, you're burning so much more energy because you're moving around, you're not stopping. Having a little bit more fat in there to make up for the lack of carbs is fine. Plus it's gonna make it tasty. It's gonna be something you look forward to after you're done everything. You're not just gonna be like all, I don't need to eat. But no, I'm looking forward to this. And I'm not gonna throw it on the fire. It's gonna go in the garbage bag later. So, taste test. Let's grab this, let's grab this. I'm not gonna lie to you. On this plate, it does not look that appealing, but I'm excited to mow into it. The color of it is kind of, it's incredible. The downside for me is I don't like spinach. I hate spinach, but right now I'm hungry. I've been moving nonstop and setting things up, and we're gonna give this a shot. All right. God damn, that's tasty. That's actually really tasty. Now, my wife is ex-military, and I was an air cadet for about 3 years. So, I've had MRE'S. We didn't look forward to them. I could eat this again. I wish I was joking. Like, I was so prepared to come do this camping trip and absolutely hate what he gave me. I was like, I'm really hoping he screwed with me so I can make this way more fun so that it's terrible. This is amazing. This actually, the chicken plumped up. I don't know if you remember before, but it was like dry little clumps. The rice puffed up. It's creamy. Like, it's so creamy. This is almost better than like store-bought stuff. I'm thoroughly impressed. All right. Well, it's not exactly dark. It's currently 9:30 p.m. I'm going to be calling it a night tonight, but I want to leave it on one note. Now, I'm no archaeologist or paleontologist or whatever the hell it is the people who study bones do, but I am fairly certain it wasn't dinosaurs that killed old man, you know, pre-man, you know, pre-us. I think it was stress. I think stress is what killed us off. Now, you're probably sitting there going, you're in the forest, man. You're like living the life right now. You're what we all of us wish we could be doing, you know? We're at home. watching YouTube right now because I got a break. Tomorrow I gotta go to work. You know, you're currently sort of unemployed. You're self-employed. You make your own schedule, and yeah, you know, that level of stress is gone from my life. So I'll agree with you on that one. You know, some of you guys are dealing with stress and you're still alive, but you don't know stress until you're alone in a forest. Okay? When you're alone in a forest with that thinks a bug is scary, and every single noise makes your heart jolt ever so slightly, you have never been stressed in your life. I've been keeping track. My heart rate for the past 2 hours now has been between 82 and 137. I have been between 82 beats per minute and 137 beats per minute. I have jumped up twice to grab bear spray and my rifle. As you can see, it is not currently loaded. The shells are right there. I almost thought I lost them for a second. That would have been really, really bad for the video. Like, hold on, I gotta go find these things. Everything is, you know, separate just in case. I've got the safety on, all that. All right, good morning. We're gonna use the coffee press. Now, I have not gotten any sleep. So this is the AeroPress that I bought from High Country. You open this bad boy up. I literally cannot get this thing out of the package. I wish I was kidding. These need to come out of here, but this is rather difficult first thing in the morning. This is not what I wanted to be doing right now. We have a filter. The filter goes in this little plastic thingy, and this goes in this little thingy right there. So now we've got a filter to protect our coffee from getting oily and crap. And then this thing's gonna sit on top. So all I need to do now is I need to take this, I need to grab my cup. I got my cup. We're gonna take my cup, we're gonna stick it on top of the propane bottle so I got my cup. It's gonna sit on top of the propane bottle for a minute. We're gonna put this on top of said cup. Now the coffee I bought that was recommended was Chocolate Cake by Oso Negro. Yeah, so, yeah. We got our 1 scoop. We're gonna dump that bad boy in here, like so. I'm pretty sure it's just 1 scoop. You're supposed to read the instructions, but am I? No, I'm not going to. Now we've got that all figured out. I've got my cup. I've got this thing on top of it. We got boiling water over here that we're gonna turn off. We're gonna whew, that is frozen. We got everything unplugged. We got the cup here. It is important to note this doesn't come in just purple. It comes in clear, green, and purple. I went with purple because I think it's funny. So we grab our little boiling water and we dump that bad boy in here. There we go. And that's it. And now I just wait. Apparently I can just push this thing right down and just give her, but there's a piece of hair on it that I need to get off. And yeah, look at that, it's already dripping. So I can just give it a little bit of pressure here. And there's my new coffee press. Breakfast MRE. I quite literally have no idea what's in this. He may have messed with me on this one. Maybe this is the one that he was screwing with me on, but we're gonna find out. Now you guys get to see before I do. I hope it's the right way. Oh shit. It's a different brand. You guys didn't see really anything. So this is an egg scramble. So I'm kind of excited. So let's see what the calories are on this one, because the one from last night was kind of crazy. So we got 390 calories, we got 18 grams of fat, 34 grams of carbs, and 24 grams of protein. So this is much better. Last night's was pretty high in fat. Probably not that big of a deal, you know, considering how much I eat regardless, but this is pretty decent. My breakfasts are usually around 600 calories to begin with, but 390 is pretty good. And 24 grams of protein, that's pretty good. But mine are usually around 40. So we're gonna take that off. We should read the instructions. Open pouch to remove oxygen absorber, yes. Okay, we're gonna open the pouch and prepare in pouch or other suitable container, add 1 cup. All these things asking for cups. I don't own a measuring cup. So we're just gonna have to eyeball it. All right, let's get rid of this thing. Can't eat that. We're just gonna seal that off. shaker. And there we go. All right. We'll give that 10 minutes and then we'll give her a taste test. I will set the camera up better than I did yesterday. I realized that after I went through the footage last night, some of it was a little bit... Okay. Well, here we go. Having a measuring cup would definitely be a positive here. Looks-wise, this looks fine. Though I am more wanting to drink the coffee first, to be honest with you. Chocolate cake coffee to rehydrated eggs that I added too much water to or not. I don't know. Smell-wise, smells like coffee. Some of you freaks out there like to smell everything that you eat or drink first, so I'm just doing this for you. I don't typically do that. I just put it in my mouth because I don't care. Well, I can tell you right now, it does not taste like chocolate cake in the slightest. But I will tell you one thing. The guy from High Country, Mr. Manager, told me that that coffee press will keep all of the oils out of the coffee and make it less bitter. 1000% correct. That is not bitter in the slightest. That is the smoothest coffee I've ever had in my life, to the point where my Keurig now sucks. Now, we're going to try the little bit of egg and we're going to go into a story time. You know, I'm not loving it. It's not bad. I could eat this. You know, it is something that if I was like, I'm going to go buy breakfast that's rehydrated, I would buy this. I could do it. Aside from all the green crap in it, I'm not a fan of the green stuff, but it's honestly not bad. It does taste like powdered eggs, but as far as MRE'S go, it's pretty good. We're going to go to story time. I'm going to tell you a story. What you don't see in this frame right now is another dog. Last night, I was woken up every half hour, every hour, to noises. Now, I don't know if this will make it into the cut, but I'll just repeat it just in case I decided to edit this out. Those of you who go camping by yourself in the wilderness, where there are obvious cougars and bears and lions, you are insane and you need help. Last night, I was up until 3:30 in the morning. I could not sleep. Not one thing was going to put me to sleep. As soon as I started to go out, as soon as my brain started to go out, something was behind my truck. And it was messing with the cables coming off of the tent. You know the little handle thing? Now, I checked this morning. There's no paw prints. The dirt is too compact here. I wouldn't see it anyways. But something kept coming back and messing with it. Now, I know it wasn't just the handle on the Go Overland thing just swaying in the wind. Because one, there was no wind. Two, it was also messing with the Oro rack. You could hear the metal, the contact on the metal of it. And the few times where I finally said, get out, because I just got up out of my friggin' sleeping bag and yelled, get out, I heard something book it into the forest. So, I had 1 bar of service, and I was messaging my wife all night, just letting her know, like, hey, this is not fun, I don't enjoy this, this isn't good at all. And I sent her a location of where I am, telling her that something keeps messing with the truck, and, you know, I'm not enjoying this. Well, my ex-military wife took it upon herself to go, oh, I think he needs to be rescued. So at 4 in the morning, she got into her Land Cruiser and followed screenshotted images that I sent her of where I am. And I'm absolutely incredibly amazed that she made it. Because coming up here, there's a couple turns that you can take that will take you to other locations. So the simple fact that she didn't actually take those turns, Steve, come here. The fact that she didn't accidentally take one of those turns is incredible. This is the other dog. This is Bulma. She has been in the other videos, but here's Bulma. Steven is in his bed. So that was my night last night. Will I be solo camping ever again? Probably not. Did I enjoy myself? No, I did not. Did not enjoy being out here by myself. I have a knife on me. I have bear spray on me. I have a freaking rifle on me. I feel like I have way too much gear on me to feel safe. And that already is just like, I can't be comfortable that way. And just to put it into perspective, I mentioned in the previous one, if it makes a cut, my heart rate was sitting between 80 to 137 for quite a few hours. When my wife showed up, I heard a vehicle coming, and I was like, son of a bitch, this is all I need. So when she showed up, and I hear her car, because I heard it electric, and it sounds exactly like mine, and then I heard her parking brake go on when she put it in brake, because it goes, meow, on the Land Cruiser. I was like, oh my god. And I felt a little bit of relief. Not a lot, but a little bit. And then she comes up into the tent, she lies down with me, and then she just starts singing to the dog, because the dog won't stop panting. And then she's rubbing my head, and everything just kind of... it all just melted away. Still didn't get any sleep. I only got like an hour. It's like 8 o'clock now, so I finally probably fell asleep at about 5:30. Got maybe an hour of sleep, was up at 6:30. Because, you know, we have the sunroof open on the Go Overland, and it's pretty bright. So anyways, that is my solo camping alone. We might go to the falls, but frankly, I'm tired. And I have no energy, as you can clearly tell. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video.